Hello, testing. So I'm here alone because I just go into the wrong time. But I'm going to do my trading. So I know it's setting up for 2. It's a bit of a mistake with the times and all the stuff like that. So anyway, so I'm going to check my charts and see how it goes. So first, maybe I can show my face to show you who I am. Let's see. Can you see
myself? There you go, yeah. Maybe placed it correctly, the camera. Alright, let's do it. There you go. Sorry, I've been away from trading, a bit sick. I'm back now. I'm getting older, that's the problem. Come on, mate. Come on. There you go. So, it's supposed to be on the other side. That's fine. Well, you don't need to see my ugly face. So what we're going to do is today I'm going to check you guys how I select the train of the trades, why I took those 2 trades I've been running now. You can see my account, well, one of the accounts I've got here. So let's see, let me go into this now. What is the screen changes? I think it's this one.
Share screen, yes, that's the one. So you should see my charts, no? Where is the charts? Oh, there. All right, so there you go. So this is the hello, Christy Bernes. Hope I pronounced correctly. All right, so for those ones, they are actually earlier than the time. Just good benefit for you. That's it. All right, so how I managed to select market direction. I did explain on the week before, but I'm gonna explain one more time how simple is trading. People can make it a bit too complicated, even myself. Look how many indicators I have, and all of them pretty much is mine, set 2. Okay, so I'm overcomplicated. So I'm gonna show you guys how the market really works, and that's it, and that's how it works. So this is let's start from making a candle. Yeah, so let's make a candle, a massive candle. There is the week, which normally all of them, well, the majority of the trades or the candles have the weeks. Yeah, so it means it went up, went down, close and open and close. You see I put a different color, which can be any direction. Yeah, and this is why I want to really point it, not to be white, not to be black, not to be red, yellow, whatever colors you use. So it's just to open and close. It's not, so let me make it a neutral color. Well, neutral color is orange because it's not telling you which direction it's going. So so what is telling you this? If they don't have direction, then what is the direction? What am I gonna do with this? So what does this work? How that works? Okay, this is what you have. You have a here at this place could be an open or close, and this place could be an open and close. And what is the meaning of that? Well, some people stop buy and sell at that particular moment. That's it, nothing else. Yeah, it could be luck, could be the last minute, it could be the last second, could be being made the decision, could be a round number, could be many other things. Yeah, but in reality, it's just somebody stop buy and sell in there, and that's it. That's where you go the charts. Now the same thing applies to the highs and the lows and in between. So it's the same principle in between all these boxes. What is this? An empty space now. It's always movements in there, up and down, close and opens and all the stuff like that. But this is a representation of a massive candle that we can call it is 10 years candle, whatever, something silly. Yeah. So what do we have here on the top? So we got the top, it means it's the last price by luck, by no luck, or by coincidence, or whatever decision has been made, they stop there. There is no more. But in reality, that's what you see. Yeah, and the same principle applies in here. That's what you see. And when you see this candle, the close or open, or close and open, that's what you're thinking to. It's the last candle. Yeah. So let's go for a particular situation like this. So what will happen if you if I'm telling you that this is not the real end of the price, and you need to add into account the spread. It's not tiny when it's very small, but maybe it's very large when you just got. Well, actually, it's larger when they're smaller, and the big guys, it's saying it's not insignificant, but it's there. So there is a tiny movement on both sides, on the top and the bottom. Yeah. Okay. So be aware of that. Now, why am I explaining all this for? Is it too early to explain to you guys that there is a reasoning about all this? Yeah. You're thinking that is a pattern that is great, is amazing, whatever, blah blah blah. This is stop here because it was a round number, or because magical, because the moon. It stopped because it stopped. That's it. It's not other. It just stops. What really matters is not this stops here. What really matters is above and below. This is what really matters. There. Yeah. This. Okay. That's what really matters. What is actually there on the empty space? What can we see? Yeah. And you see, well, there is nothing. You cannot see it, but brokers can see it. Some hedge funds can see it. Depends of how control they got. Banks can see something like that. There is a high volume have been accumulated in particular areas. So what really that means for you is nothing, but you need to think, you need to open your imagination. There is something there. And what is there? It's money. Money waiting to be taken. Yes, it is money waiting to be taken. Or money is being actually, what after it's been taken, they will have to move. Obviously, there is always money will remain that, but the key is to have the biggest possible in one place and the smallest in another place. What is the meaning of that? You just, as soon as you're stretching the most, more you're stretching, and you catch this high, which is nothing above. Yeah. So we can talk about this. Let's say the highest point. Let's go to 12 months. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Something ridiculous. Yeah. All right. So somebody thought that this was the highest, and there was one more higher. So at one point, there is so much stretching that this little tiny winning on the top is so insignificant that they don't care about it. That they care about the after. This is about 12 months, yeah? So somewhere, somehow, they stop, yeah? And then it start to moving down, okay? Let me go back to the daily, okay? Just stay here for 1 second. All right, so now that you understand the basics of funding to how to funding yourself. I say funding because it's like that's how you're gonna make money. How to fund it yourself, how to make money in your pocket. So think about that. The money is there sitting waiting for you. Yeah. Now, can you move the market? No. Can you actually go for that amazing liquidity magic with all the numbers? No. But can you do something after when somebody's been taken? Yes. Which means somebody took it, the highest, and why you cannot go in and then actually take advantage of the wave, yeah, of the movements. I'm gonna move on now, yeah? I'm gonna go with them. So don't start to looking for the magic bullet points, or some people actually say it's possible to get these amazing locations that is magical. Yes, it is possible by luck, yeah, by coincidence. Some people say, no, it's because there is liquidity there, and I can know that the banks know how to do it and all that like that. Yes, you can actually predict that as well, and you can actually blow up many times, try to predict that, because if many of you think in the same way, the banks will take over of all of you at the same time and will make a little bit higher to destroy you. So don't be so clever on thinking that you are moving the market, or you know how the market is moving and so on. I've been seeing many videos like this. I know exactly the market will react this at the bottom by 3 pips. I'm gonna go in and don't get me wrong, guys. I would love that if that happens, that people can actually do that. And you probably would say to me, yes, I have done it, but how many trades have you tried before you blow up many accounts and many trades? So yes, you can do it. You can make it happen. But how many thousand times will you try to make it working? Maybe 100 times. So is that worth it? So you would say yes, because if I lose 1%, and I get a very bottom, then I go now I can make 20%. Then I make from 10 losses, I make 20. Now, okay, you got 10% up. Well done. Congratulations. That's not the way people or professional traders will trade. Okay. So now that you know there is something interesting on the highs and the lows, let's talking about what I do myself. Well, let's make back again that for 1 second. And what am I gonna do myself when I know there is a massive gap or space, yeah, on here. So there's a space here, that is what I want to take it. So what is the meaning of that? So I'm going to take this area here and I make money from it. So let's see how I know. I don't know. So my question is that I have no idea how to make that money. I don't know how that works. Yes, I can take, as I said before many times, but what about if I know after it's been taken? So somebody take it and then I'm going with the flow. So let's show you some examples of how it works. Yeah. So this is actually the simple way of can do is normally people call in the W or M to actually to know the top of the bottoms, but I want to explain to you a continuation after the W on the bottoms. Yeah. So you know something significant happened in the market. Yeah. Something like that, and we're looking for a confirmations to go away from that a situation. So you can start enter here, you can enter there, you can enter there, all these enters, yeah. But what about this is actually obviously weekly. So and this is an example, it could be a 1 minute, yeah, and it's the same principle. So let's draw this here, yeah, and then we use that as an example. Okay, let's draw that. Go down. Let's make all the movements. Let's do all the movements. So we're gonna do this movement, then up, then down. So we're gonna go down, this, and then we go a little bit up, but very significant, more like a slide down like that. So why am I selected that way? Because it's telling you that it's not have energy or force or push or whatever to cover all this. So at one point they create what's spinning or whatever you want to call it, and they collapse. Yeah. So there is not energy there. It's not even covered 25-30% of the whole drop, and then they collapse. So they collapse, go all the way down, and somehow at one point somebody was waiting there with a lot of money. Yeah, because this is Australian cat. Oh, that's an opportunity. Let's buy. So then they start to buy, and they want to go to this drop, but it's not strong enough. They're bouncing up. They go back down. There, you see that. And then we're gonna have this as a reference. This point is this candle here. We're gonna go all the way to this candle here. And why am I doing that? So it's going a little bit up, and then it's going flat. Yes, pretty much like this. We can call it a block flat or whatever. And then this is our line of being broken. And then what happens? It break. Yeah. So now after being broken, it's broken nicely. Yeah, you can see this is broken. Oh, this is, I'm going to take this. So I'm gonna take that one. So I'm gonna go for that. I took it. Yeah, and it's mine now. Automatically everyone bought here, the space here of this money. People was actually selling from this location. If it was something, or these ones bought again, they closed everything here because pretty much it was nothing there. It was these guys were selling themselves. So then we go down. Yeah, now we go up. It's not going anywhere. It's going up and down. And why now is if this is being taken, yeah. Now what is next? So okay, so we have see all this block here, yeah. So potentially they can go all the way down to take that block here, yeah. No, potentially is an option. But I remember what I say how this is very not. It's not going anywhere, and this is sharp. It's more like a woof, let's go. But this is not. It's a bit slow. Can you notice that? Up, down, and then pretty much it's flat. Stay like a little box. This is the same thing. What is it like a box? This is more like a down, up, box, going up, a bit sharp, very strong movement. How you know that? Because you can see how strong are the candles, yeah? This is a strong movement from nothing to go up and then take over and then down. Okay, now what does this mean of here? Now we have is there. We have a movement that what can happen is that it continue. Now let's make a different color to understand the different. So we're gonna make it a different color. How do you make color different there? So let's make it a green. No, that's not good enough color. Let's make it black. It's easier. Yeah. Okay. Now We got now a possibility to go long, but why? If we go long, where are we gonna go? So we're gonna go for this empty space here. Yeah, we're looking for this to take that down. So it will try to target that, yeah, in here. All right, so let's do some measurement because this is important as well. Normally it's going up to 0.20. Just I want to see if it's correctly happening in those two cases. So it's going up to what is the measurement here? Let me see. 0.20, 0.20 is one. It's a bit more than that. So it went up 1%. Okay, so it went much more. All right, so and then it's actually logical that you can make 160. Okay, fine. So I was measure how much is the push from there all the way up to this level. So what do we have this potentially? This is the highest, so potentially we're gonna have a 60% up. We see about that because from there to there is a massive difference that from there to there. And okay, I'll get into complicated now. Let's focus into the process. Now, so my target potentially, if I come in from all the way down from the bottom and I will take all this here, now is the only thing remaining against all this area because it was negative, then positive, and now it's positive again. So I have all this negative, all this positive. So until this point here, there is positive, negative. So what do I have left? Only this tiny, yeah, and the empty space, which I'm looking for. So looking for that space, looking for that box. So potentially, high probabilities now is that we'll go all the way up to that box here. Let me make the box, this box, yeah, and this box here, okay? Found. Now, another possibility is things get nasty, obviously will go down, but it's like I will not even bother. Potentially after this movement here, we can go to this box here because there is not enough strength to go up, which I doubt because already been clear all this down. So if it was those two alone, potentially, then I can say yes, can go down to this to get more liquidity to go up. But now it's been take all that, is higher, much higher probability can happen, can go short, but it's much higher probability that will go all the way up to this level, yeah? Now, so okay, this is what I'm looking for. Now, let me simplify how or what I trade normally and what I learned after many years of stupidity, yeah, of me to try to make money at the bottoms, yeah. Yes, you can make it. You can make a lot of money. It feel great. It feel amazing. You can make a lot of money. And you can feel, wow, my account is growing very fast. You will regret that on the long run. I know that after 25 years. Well, I learned that earlier, but you learn that on the bad way. So okay, now. Doesn't matter whatever I say to you, if you already have one strategy that give you sniper those areas, you will continue trading without even actually care about anything. You will actually like to say, yeah, I am the best trader, I can make money, I can feel it, I like it, I enjoy, I know I'm a sniper trader, whatever you can call it, you will go again and again without hesitation. And you don't care what Daniel Martin said after 25 years of trading to try to give you an advice to be a better trader. So it's up to you, okay? Not my problem. It's your problem when you get there. Now, if you get there. Now, so now let's talking about what is easy to trade. Okay. So now let's think about all this mess. Yeah. Let's remove a bit of these lines here. I'll remove this line here. Just get this is not happening yet, so it's not possible. So now, what will you trade on all this area here? So you're looking for the bottoms here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. You're looking for the magic bullet buttons here. You're looking for I don't know, let's say you go from this here to there. You're looking for when this is being broken, trade from this little to that. Or trading short from there when it's happening, and so on. You start to looking for a option. So you're looking for a retracement because the calculation I make from there to this here and it will be making me profitable. So, okay, what is actually tradable here? You can trade after this candle and then continue all this way, all the way up here and so on. So I trade when it's breakout. So what is the meaning of that? When it's been take the liquidity, the zone, the squares, the empty spaces. So let me show you. Yeah. So normally, let's say that you're looking for a target. This is your target here, yeah. And the market start to play a funny, and they do whatever they want, blah blah. They go some lows, highs, and they go this high here, yeah. So we talk about, for example, let's talk about this high here, yeah. So when I will trade myself, I will trade from here, yeah. Okay, so why? Okay, so let me show you, explain why. Okay, let's start from the principle. We can trade as well from this area here, the square, and this block here, and trade this candle as well here. So it's like you can block this one too. So let me show you. Now, when I zoom in into this block here, into this area, let me go there. Let's make the target clear. You got this a push quite drastically, which is not 100%, but it was 75%. So the intention is to go there. Yeah, so let's make it this big. And then what happens? Do I trade all this? No, because I don't know when it's gonna go back. I will not do it. So I wait for this pullback. Do I trade this? No, I'm waiting as well. So when do I trade? I'm going to trade when this has been broken, or in this case we have double. We have another insight. We can call it a block, or let's make a block here, because it's not really a push. It just we got this push here. We got another little push, but it's more like a block, like a range, yeah, in there. So when I will trade it when this is being broken, yeah, or in this case I was creating a block, and I will trade it when this is being broken, yeah. And why? Because it's already confirmed the direction. Why am I going to bother to risk it? So what is the meaning of that? I will trade it when this is actually broken, like that, yes, and then that's it. You can actually then, if actually you're wrong, you do after being broken clear, what you can do is actually it can be retrace, reset the area, and go back again one more time, and the gap, it will go even stronger, yeah. So but it's enough to actually to get this box here, get this clear confirmation and enter there, and you make this money. And say, well, but that's too little. Then you're just waiting for a month to get out of, well, this in this case is weeks. If you're waiting for 6 months to get one trade, well, I'm not trading a weekly. I'm trading in 3 minutes. So I'm going all the way down to 3 minutes, and I need to know the market direction. So, but I just tell you in a simple that weekly is the same principle applied. Yeah, will be actually provide all the information. Doesn't matter weekly, daily, 1 hour, is the same principle applies. It's looking for those highs, lows. So now let's clear this out, and let me show you how I look doing into the market myself in detail. Now let's clean everything off. So we just agreed that I will trade this one, or I will trade that one. So only this candle here, yeah? So let's zoom now into that one. Let's make a line to know which one we're talking about. We're talking about this one and that one. Yeah, so those 2 weeks after waiting all this time, yeah? Now we're gonna go for a daily, well, in this case, now I'm gonna see daily, I will start to looking into trade this one as well. Yeah, I see this one, yeah, there, oops, there as well, because now we're talking about different, if this is being broken, I will talking about that as well. So you see, I'm looking for a confirmation of broken areas, of take the liquidity and moving forward. So now we go all this in daily, and let's go all the way down to daily, and I got the confirmation this has been broken. On the weekly was clear. On the weekly, this is the first candle, back again, push again. So you can actually trade. You can trade this easily. Yeah, it's not massive. Especially after this, you may actually take a loss here if you're thinking this is your stop loss or somehow. But you can start trading from there. And easily you maybe go one loss, then you trade here. You can trade this one. You trade this one. And it's easy to scaling up all the way up here. So if you're giving a sample, if you take all the way there, you go 263%. 263% in Forex is to give an example that for me, in my numbers, if I got 1% of target, is almost 60 to 70% of my current own profits. So if it's let's say 2-3%, we're talking about approximately a 250% profit. Yeah, it's quite a lot. So just to give an example, that is how powerful it is to know the market direction on the weekly levels. Yeah. Now, so let's go back to the entries here, and now I'm gonna use some magic as well that go my own tools. Now when you identify your entries or potential locations, I use some magic then, and I know more what's going on in the market. And look, I just remove that, and if you notice, yeah, now the magics appear. But what is this magic, this colors means? Is this the times I would trade it? yeah. And why I trading there? Because I've been analyzed the micro levels, and if you notice here, I go from monthly all the way to 3 minutes. I've been analyzed all that, how actually can work and how can predict a big conflicts of all together at once. In this case, we go all together at once in the same location. So is this an indicator that everyone can do? First, I say about already indicators last week is that you need to be aware of first of a pattern. And when you go clear your pattern, then you need to try to actually make your life easier. And the make easiest, make sure that you have an indicator that you create yourself that exactly match your pattern that you're looking for. If it matches perfectly well, that's it. Bingo. Yeah. So now, what does actually this mean now? Okay, so this is simple. I go this day. Remember what I said, the confirmation of the weekly, I will trade that day. And I will trade in here. So it means I will trade this day here, I will trade that day. If this was a loss, my trade here will be a winner. This here will be a loss. This potentially will be a winner, and so on. Yeah, and this is a winner because I already done it, and this is a winner as well, and so on. This is the opposite direction, see? So if I take any other pairs, I'm gonna go for remove the two indicators first to make sure it's clear. Anyway, so remove the indicator because you don't have them, but you don't need them. It's just like I need to figure out, like if you go back again to this principle, now we go into daily, a bit less how do you call it? Because one of the things I have problems with is that, okay, when is going to be stopped? Yeah, when is the ending? So for me, this was a problem because look, you just go all this push, you go that, and you say, okay, this is the, it's already going. Imagine that you see this, hold on. Yeah, because you don't know this is happening until it happens. So let's go to this here. So I got this here, yeah, and I say, oh, I can go now in. No, why not? Do you see a box has been taken over? Is this actually about the level? It's been clear. It's been cleaning up, but it's not taking over. What is the meaning of that? You need to have minimum an open, if it's possible, an open and close together in about the area. So in this case, do we have an open and close? No, we have only exactly on the same level. We have the actually the close or the open close and the pullback. This is the highest, but we don't have an open and close. Let's forward. Let's move forward. Now we got this new high. So now forget about that high. Let's keep going this high. We keep going that high. And nothing is being broken. Now we have a new high. This high here. Now we have this broken here. Let's see. There. So in this case, yes, I will take this trade. Yes, potentially I can take this trade. I have the indicator to show me that's not needed to be taken, but potentially I can take it. Yeah. Let me show. Let's see if it actually show up. I don't think so. It show up the opposite. Yeah, nothing in there. Okay. So now, no, it will not happen. Okay. So now I got these three. It's not strong enough to moving forward, and then we have another high. Then we got this high. Let's see if we go now, our indicator is popping up because we got now a massive candle and potentially thinking, aha, this is the one. Let's have a look. No, nothing. Why? Because there is internal movements. Remember what I was saying inside the candle, there is not enough strength to actually to push off because you analyze the inside too. It's not a correlation. It's not enough strong. It's waiting for a correction. So, and that's what probably happens. Let's keep going up. Now our new highs is that one there, and they start to go down, start to go down, start to go down, start to go. Okay, let's think about that. Potentially, we start to see a potential reversal here. Let's have a look again. There, and nothing happens. So it's nothing happened. We continue long, or continue long. Now A is happening. I'm going to go in. That must be the one. Let's have a look. Nothing happens. So it's a bit silly, but this is how it works for me. Okay, now you go this and you go this new high in there and you're waiting for a confirmation. The first confirmation we got kind of clear is that one. It's still not taking the lows and the highs, but it's okay. Potentially could be the one. Let's say that I saw this first and I'm gonna take this high and this low and nothing happens. Yeah. And I'm gonna show in a minute my account, by the way, what is actually how it's doing. What type of market execution do you usually use? Instant execution, limited order, or stop orders? I do trade manually, so it means it's not, I don't have any. I just so if all this, no, I rather to take the trades myself manually. So I look at the market and I open. Sometimes even I've been I've been waiting for 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, to see what is the reaction, because you know at night the spread is crazy, a lot of volatility happens and all the stuff like that. Waiting for that volatility gone and see the Asian market open, and then I take my trade and then I go to sleep. But sometimes I do that. I don't take manually trade because I have lost a lot of money to do to have trades pending orders opening, and it was a painful one. So I don't do that anymore. I'd rather to take the trade. It's difficult to be disciplined enough to be in front of the screen and take the trade, but I prefer that way. Yeah, I do not trust the market. I know that the market is not against me, it's me, but I do not trust it. So that's the way for me it works. Now, okay, we got another opportunity here. Maybe, yeah, this is the one. Must be this one. Yes, this is a good one. For example, here, at that point, I was thinking I'm going long straight away. So let's have a look. It's not happening anything, but I will be focusing to go long at that point. Yeah. Now we got another high there. Then we need to break it. Let's see, and it's going down, down, down. Let me go switch this on, and then it's going down. And you say, well, why you don't going short? Well, they're coming from, it's been taking the liquidity from the lows. Why am I gonna go back again? So I prefer to go long. Okay, let's do this again. And you saw the weekly candles of that. So this high is not being taken. You see, it's a lot of mess. It's been a lot of uncertainty. And then at one point we got this massive candle here. So I'd say, okay, this is good. Imagine I see this. I say, wow, that's big. And I take all of them at once. Yeah, but let's do, then it's like before. Okay, let's do this way. I'm thinking this is my day. Then I'm thinking, I'm gonna take the trade. Let's have a look. It's already been opportunities here, but I haven't taken them. Yeah. So now wait it in. Then I go one more day or whatever, just day by day. Let's open all of them. And then that day here, it come up the opportunity to take the trade. Yeah. Now I understand why I lost this trade. Because I lost it, by the way. Yeah, I lost this trade. And now that I review this, let's make a note of that. So it was not broken yet. I was trying to go too much into it, I guess. Yes, I went to zoom in. I didn't look at the bigger picture. Okay, interesting. So I need to review that. That was on the, hold on, 1 second, guys. Stay with me. That is on, I took this trade. And I remember very well there was a loss this year. There is on the 1st. Okay. Okay. Audica. Yeah. All right. No problem. So I'll review that later. Okay. Now what happens after this trade has been broken that high, blah, blah. This is the next trade. This is where I take it. You see that? Take this one here. So then it's obviously, this is a chunk of money. Just even if it's tiny, just make money on that. They say, wow, this is a lot, 139 only. So you've been waiting all this long to take that trade. Look, you can take all these weeks as well. You can look, it's been a sniper and then I taken in. It's been a sniper and then I taken in. I've got this in and out, trading in and out. You can do whatever you want. For me, I just want to make sure I got a confirmation that the market is going on my direction. So now waiting for this to be broken, then it will be taking another level up. Yeah. So this is very important. Is that how long you willing to wait to have something clear for only this tiny 3. So I can show you another example that is actually much larger. Look, let me show you. Let me remove the indicators first, and then you see CHF GPY as an example. If I show you, this is massive high up. Yeah, but let me show you now this. Boom and boom. So now you got all these movements in there. You got all these directions in here. Yeah, all these movements, and this is not junk. This is a big money. This is 492. Yeah, if you go from there to there, this is pretty much a loss. Then you go, this is this is kind of it's a loss because you go down and up. This is a winner as well. 61, yes, and so on. Yeah, you got this short here. Let me see, and that is 197, and this is a loss. Yeah, and that is a winner. I can see from there you got this stock. This is actually danger, and then you got about 174. That's a winner too. So all this is actually big numbers, but it's the same principle applies. You see, if I go to here, yeah, can you see that difference? Look, CHF. Ah, yeah, me too. I hate CHF pairs, especially keep CHF at night. You see what happens. I hate it. I lost a lot of profits in there because keep it at night running because my spread. Oh, it was 0.40, but it's not enough. It need to be much larger. Seriously. Anyway, so if you notice, this is actually been broken this high, and what a casualty, we have a indicator that telling you that we need to go long from here. Yeah. So, for example, if you see this example here, it's not been broken. There, you see, it's not been broken. So if I take this one, potentially it's obviously a lot, but it's not been broken that high. See, the confirmation is important. Look, see. Now, if we go now to euro dollar, we can actually see what's happening with the euro dollar because it's one of the trades I have now. Or first, I'll show you my account. 1 second. Where's my account? Here. Yeah, how much am I making? 28k only. All right, so that's is not good because I was in 40k. But let me show you this, guys. Okay, so right now, last week I lost 12k on this account. It was almost 100. Now it's 88. Now I'll go back again to 116. So let me go up here. So let me check this euro dollar. So euro dollar has been pulled back a lot, which is not ideal. Let me see. No, it's not doing well. The euro dollar. Rules are rules. I got 3 trades open on this one, so I covered the loss already. I make about 5k on this one, so it's already been covered the loss. Let me see how much is the risk. How much was 227? Yeah, so I will make 100 pounds on this one. So I've been risking double already. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you something what is called a cleanup liquidity. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So now you see the trades. 2 trades open. This is already break even. If you hit this, stop loss is 0. This is still as a risk. Yeah, but it's doing well. Last night went too high, so it was a bit not afraid, but we just, oh my god, say, oh, this way down for nothing and it's not gonna continue, but this looks good. Now it's on 20k. So when is the target? I'll show you in a minute. We're gonna go to the charts now. Remember, New Zealand, GPY and euro dollar, we're gonna look into now into the charts. Okay, let's take this. I'm gonna close it. Yes, no, I'm gonna put it in one side. I'll show you later if it's needed. Now let's go to euro dollar. Yeah. And you're gonna see a lot of bunch of lines, yeah? And I explain to you what is the meaning of that, yeah? Remember what I say about the highs, the lows and the highs. I'm looking for what is called cleaning the area. Okay, let's see, stay with me, yeah? So what is the meaning of that cleaning the area? What I'm looking for is that somehow it's been cleaned up the area and it's continuing the same direction. Let's say that you have, now we're doing something similar as we've been discussed, but it's not really. So let me show you examples. So, okay, now imagine that you are here, yeah, it's an example, and you got this high here, yeah. You see this high, remember we said that there is a spread as well to be taken into account, and that is what really matters, okay. So even if you're thinking there's not been taken this high, let me see what's the times happening at night, exactly. So you see at 1, 12, 1, all these times, all these candles were already being taken these highs, even if it's not been seen on the charts, yeah, by the spread. Now, when that has been taken, it's gone. That's it. They don't need to be worried. See, it's not much different. Look, let me show the difference between that and that high. It's about there, 0.0, 0.6, nothing, yeah. So what is the meaning of that? You think, it's not been taken the box. No, it's been taken by the spread. Probably it's been taken all this, even more. In this case, euro dollar could be up to them, something like that. It's been taken all this, yeah. In some cases, let's say average is 5, 0.05 and 9, maybe 0.3, sometimes 6. Let's say that's the average. Let's go for the average. Let's say 4. Yeah, about that. It will be clear all this out. So it means it's been taken the highs? Yes. Okay. So after being take the highs, what do? You just follow the trend. So this is what you have to do, is start to trade in short on that particular case. If you see this massive candle, take all this, you start trading from short from here. Now, when do you really need to trade it? Remember we said the highs, lows, highs and all that. The same principle. Now you go, all this being cleared, has been going down, it's been take all the highs. So it means they don't care about all this. And now what you're looking for is to enter here. But what do? Don't enter here and put the stop loss there. Yeah, why? Because it will go for you. Yeah, why? Because it's not been clear yet, that area. So if it's not been clear, you need to wait for that. So let me see, this is not been clean, so you don't take it now. This is actually what I call in clean area. Look, this one is a green one. Yeah, it's doing the opposite of the direction. And now this one is take this high and that high. So what is matters is this one here. For me, is called what I call is clean area, and I make this line in green. Yeah, so it means this is being cleaned up. This is a stop loss now. There. So this is safe to have a stop loss if you enter here, anywhere you want here. Doesn't matter. So now I'm gonna zoom in into the euro dollar, and you're gonna see a bunch of green lines and red lines. Yes. So let me remove this one. And the mean red lines is because it's not been clear the area, and green lines is mean is clean up the area. And I'm gonna use obviously one of my tools to show you what is the meaning of that. So now, and the black line is just the what is called the weekly level. Yeah. Now let's go into this here. It looked like that we have clear. When this has happened, it's gone. All this is gone. All this. Whoops. All this is cross. All these ones is gone. Now what do we have left? This. And why actually I'm going to do now with all these lines here? Let me show you. I'm gonna go all this way to a. I'm gonna use the lines that I use cleaning areas, and I'm gonna use a. What is that? I'm gonna use my special tool. That one. And what else can I use? And that's it. We're gonna use that for now. Okay. So I'm looking for lines. Can you see those lines? Look, show you. Let me show you again. What is that? You see, okay, there is nothing there. Now you see the indicator. Give you some lines, yeah. And what does this mean? You see that area here? I mean, this area is not being cleaned up. Okay. Now what will that? What we have here is a red line. Let me show you. Yeah. So you see a red line there. Okay. And if you notice, there is all the green lines everywhere because it's actually been clear or not clear out. Depends on 3 minutes, and I'll show you all of the lines. So let me show you one by one. I start from 4 hours. Yeah. Sometimes daily as well. So let me remove this to be clear. There is any lines there? No. Let's move to 1 hour. Let's go down, and did you see any lines? There is none. Only that one that we already show, and we have the line already there. Yeah. See the red. Can you see that? There. Okay. Let's move to the next one. Let's go now to a 15 minutes. Now, can you notice this special dark area? This is an indication of reversal. This is bad news for euro dollar. Can I close the trade? No. I cannot follow my rules. This means I lost the trade, and that's it in this story. Yeah, that's my rules. There is no rules of close half or whatever. There's no rules of that. Okay, what does this mean now? This here, in there, on this formation here, is not clear out the area on the highs. It's a bit higher than normal. You see there, all this area. This one is not being clear out. This so means for me, this will be a red area to go and clear out. This is being cleared now. By the way, let's remove what we'll remove in a minute. Let's remove, let's put this in green, sorry. Red. Okay, now we got another one here. Well, those two here is not being clear neither. Okay, now we're gonna show you examples of clear as well. You see, all this now is go all the way down. So in my opinion, it's been touched already. So it means this is already done. It's been now touched the red area. If it's not pushing up, it's clear out, but it's continue down means is that isn't ignore it. We cannot ignore it. But if you hold it, it will become green. Yeah. So let's go down. Why is that it's been there? Let's have a look. We have a lines been sitting down everywhere for a reason, and this is actually what is that? What was that? 3 minutes. This is supposed to be in here. That's the location for this one. Okay. So it probably is 1 minute entry. Yes. Yes, it's the line is 1 minute entry. Okay, so it's been actually touched that, and that was a, yeah, that's it. So it's still there. Okay, it's been cleared this area. This is actually, I think it's wrong. This is the wrong place. This is not possible there. That's wrong. Okay, let me have a look at this area now where we have, this is, okay, let me show you an example of clear out. Yeah, look, this is actually going up, down. You see that touch in here and then go up. For me, this is what we call it a clear area to go. Yeah, there. Okay. And this trade, if this trade is going to this level, here, I'm gonna risk in $5,000 in front of you guys, yeah? Because I do a double the risk if it's going more down. And if it go all the way down to here, I'm risking it's a particular special area that's selected. If it hit that area, I got 50-50 chance that will reverse. And if it reverse, I will have a big, high probabilities to actually to make money on that. So let's see if it hit it or not. There will be an alert coming in here, but there's nothing yet. Okay, so this one is actually in green because it cleared the area. But this one here, if you notice, there is not candles touch that line after this formation. So it means for me that will be a red area. Yeah, but it happens that you have then after, I believe, let me see if it's been touched after. You see it's been touched after. And let's follow up with this one. Yeah, look, this has been touched after, so it's gone. Now we have this with the still green, and it's actually holding nicely. Yeah, even a bit lower. 1 second, it is just there, and it hold nicely. Okay. Now, where are we now? Now we are below that area, I believe. Let me see. No, not yet. So now we go reacted on that particular zone. I don't know where that line coming from. I need to find out. Let me find out. It was in 3 minutes. That was clear. That was actually, that is green because you touch it in here. So that's, I don't understand why. So it must be, okay, this is not, obviously nothing works 100%, but okay, let's zoom in. That's green, and 1 minute on that area. Let's see, and then we have 1 minute, nothing is there. So okay, this is being cleared out, and it's cleared out one more time. All right, interesting. So now we have this area here, so it must be a very strong zone to be taken into consideration. So what I'm going to do, because it's been touched now multiple times and it's still even take it down, I think that is bad area. Now, let's see. If it holds and I take these highs and lows, you see this is not being taken, I'm gonna make it in red. If this is being holded, it will be a nice stop loss to move up, my stop loss. But if not, it will be the opposite. So now it's in danger. Okay, so now we have all those liquidities to be taken. Let me show you what those two is there. Let me have a look if it was taken or not. Zoom in, Danny. So this is not red. If you notice here, we got a here. We got another one in here. There. So this is wrong place. This is here. There. Okay. I need to zoom in correctly, and this is not being cleared out. Red, and that is not being cleared out neither. Red. So now what happens, if you notice now what I've been selected here is all the boxes, all the areas that the liquidity went down without take the boxes. So it didn't take this area, it didn't take that area, it didn't take this high, I didn't take this high, I didn't take this high. So what does I think is going to do by probabilities, because now it's 0.02, is to take everything, like all mine, and go up. I could be wrong, but why am I gonna go down if I've been taking all these green areas? Means it's been take them. So why am I gonna go down? Why am I not gonna? I prefer to go long and take all these liquidities, yeah, because they've not been taken before. So this is what I will do if I am. So I go more probabilities to go long than short. So I'm kind of confident that we'll be actually hold it long for a while. Let's see, because only that. Yeah, let me make more lines. More lines, and we got this here. That is not being taken either. Another red line. Yes, that's in 15 minutes. Let me see. Yes, the one on the top is the same thing. 15 minutes is here as well, so we can make a double line in there. There, it's a bit thicker. So then we go for 1 hour, and we have nothing there. So now we're just waiting to see if this is actually, these areas of the liquid that's been taken will moving forward up or not. Yeah. So in principle, it's looking strong. We'll see. Maybe take this one, that one, and it's shooting down because this is dangerous. When you got this kind of liquidities and it's been twice, it means it's actually pushing hard down. So we will see about that. Yeah. If you hold it, or the logic is to go ahead and clear all those boxes. Yeah. Now let's go back to, now where's the other one? New Zealand GPY. Let's go to New Zealand GPY and we'll leave this running like that. By the way, the account is now in 31,000. I'm showing in a minute when we just only that little movement, yeah. New Zealand GPY. Now let's have a look New Zealand GPY. And the same thing applies. You see all this bunch of red green lines. By the way, this is an alert to add more money. If it happens now, I will show you how I add more money as well into the account and risk it. Yeah. So for now, what we're going to do is to do the same thing. We're gonna make it. This is in the middle of nowhere. This is 2 green lines, red lines. So it's green, 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 1 red. So if you notice, if I zoom in, yeah, and I put all together, when I make all my decisions of long, short, long, short, long, short, what do I have? I go all this bunch of colors, yeah. But if you notice, there's a massive number of greens in here and few reds, yeah. So, and I got, this was my reasoning for the last time, because I got only 1 red and many greens. So now this is the weekly levels, all these drops, green, 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 green. So what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna make a bit of clean of this. I'm gonna leave that one because it's still red. I'm gonna remove that, and this is actually red. I keep it there. Why am I remove those ones? I keep, this is actually above my, because I lost the trade then if I hit that. So what I'm gonna do is only keep those lines that are above or below my entry, yeah, in this case. So now let's continue make more lines. Let's make it clear. And I have this area here. Well, guys, I don't know if you asked me any question. Hold on. It's been working crazy in this. Sorry, Danny, I couldn't stay for the whole live session. I have to head. Okay, no worry, guys. So it's fine. This is recording, guys. So it's just myself. Sorry if I don't check your notes, but I'm here and I continue doing this strategy, yeah. Ideas. Okay, so now I'm looking for liquidities boxes that I've been explaining earlier on this video. So if we're gonna use somebody here, it's called SP King. Nice. All right. So we have areas that liquidity is not being taken. As I say, there is many ways to actually looking into that. Because you say, oh, but Danny, this is not being taken. Yes, it's true, but it's been taken before. So see, there is some kind of confirmations that I have to analyze. That is, if you understand the principles of being taken or not, this is the way I do actually make my life easy. So now I would say this has been taken, yes. So let me see if it's been selected, yes. See all the areas there is being selected. And then we're gonna zoom into 1 minute as well. We got a reversal here, and if this is not being taken, this is actually will be a red. And that is a green. Let's make this is in green. This is green. Okay. And that is a red as well here. This is not being taken, red. So this potentially is being actually accumulate a lot of reds in here. So it potentially can continue up, but we go, this has been clear now. Yes, it's been done. Now, where we go down there? We have anything? Nothing. It's empty space. Yeah. Well, maybe there is something on the long distance, but it's not worth it anymore to do. Doesn't look in that far. It's so far away. There's no point. It's like a what? August. No way, man. This is way too back. Maybe we can make it. Look at it. Let's have a look. If you have something here, 15 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. In August. Let's see. Normally I don't look that, but let's see. Let's see if you have some possible places reaction. This is a green area, which has been taken nicely. So this is green. So which is the opposite for the direction. So it would be, and this is the level of entry to add more. All right, so it's not much there. It's too far. No, it's not worth it. When you see too far, there's no point anymore. After that week, I would say 2 weeks is not, for me, is long enough. So back again to this place, let's see what we have. So potentially, in this case, because there is so much liquidity not being taken, I will be actually keen to go up there and take it before I go down. So this is another red there. It's not being taken. We got another one there. This is in 3 minutes, by the way. There's another 3 minutes in there, not being taken. Now we can zoom into 1 minute. Look at how bunch of data is in there, not being taken. So what do you think will happen? In my opinion, this should go all the way up there, take all this, and then go down. Yeah, so this is how we're looking into it. So let's make a line there. Where is that? I like to see, where's this one? No, another one. I like this. Where's this? I'm not very good at trading view. Even if we've been doing this for a while now. So where's the arrow? Like long arrows. Let's see. This one here, maybe. Well, anyway, I expected to do oops, to go there. Yeah, and I can make this. It's supposed to be one with a line. Anyway, it's fine. I'll make it this way. So the target is this. Yeah. There's supposed to be something. I don't know. Understand how it works this anyway. So this is supposed to go up there, and the euro dollar. Let's have a look. Euro dollar is supposed to take all the liquidity as well. So it's supposed to go all the way up to here, and then we'll see if it's continue long or not. Yeah, but first I'm gonna take all that, and they will make a decision here. Am I going long or am I going short? So I will take the decision. Am I going short because I took all the liquidity, or am I going long because it's working on my favor, because I took everything off? So by the way, here is another line in red. Let's make it a line red. There you go. So you see, so this is how we'll expect it to happen. Now we go back to the New Zealand GPY, and the same thing applies to this one. Will we need to thinking about, am I going to continue long or am I going to continue short? Let me go for that. Now I start to building a momentum up, and it's building up. Let's take that one. Now we have a non-liquidity being taken. That's a good news down here. So, by the way, this is being taken. This is the opposite. That was very long, far away one. Not interested in that. So this one here now is not being taken, yeah, but is on the other side of the direction. So which is in our favor, yeah. So we're looking for now to get clear this, and it will be now to make the decision. Am I continue all the way up here? And when you are there, need to make the decision. Am I continue or not? So let's do the lines. So from there, need to make a sign. I might continue short, I might continue long. So obviously, ideally, hopping is not good. It's just ideally it will be continue short as is strong on the short side. Yeah. But we'll see. It need to be formations. I need to wait for that. I need to wait long time. Probably maybe take this low after that. Whatever. I don't know. We're just waiting for a long time to get this happen. So, all right, guys. So I hope this is clear for all of you. It's difficult to cover all possibilities and all patterns and all options that you can imagine, but this is an example of how you can identify how you actually can work areas and zones and how to take liquidities and double top, double bottoms. It doesn't matter. Okay, on the end of the day, where is the liquidity? The empty space is where you need to focus on. Do not focus into the candles, stop losses, where you can see. Focus into the real data. The data is where the money is, and the money, you cannot see it because it's the empty space. In the empty space is where the money is. That's where you want to take it. You can try to be a sniper. I don't recommend it. You can actually try to take advantage of that sniper momentum and then take the entry after. So be aware of the markets is important. Try to be a sniper will give you knowledge, but not actually recommended to do it as a job, as a being trader as a sniper. We're wasting too much time and energy. You will blow up too many accounts. You will see that it's very painful situations with that one. So and that's it. So let me know, guys, if you want to have more questions in the future, and I hope you like this video. So see you now. That's it. Bye now. Have a good day. This trading with the open market. Yes, let's go for some stocks, guys. By the way, I just trading stocks. This is my portfolio as well. Let me show you active stocks. So this is all the stocks I do trade myself, and I will do. Well, I'm gonna give you some example what am I gonna do. Then I review with you guys. So let me go there. So what I'm going to do is remove that, and I'm gonna go one by one. And I'll show you going to monthly, I'm trading this long, all of them. I do not trade short. So this is one of them. So what I'm going to do is day trading with the follows ones, not these three. I'm gonna trade D. I'm gonna trade no Disney, no Homes, no Yammer. I'm gonna trade IMMR, Immersion Corporation. I'm gonna trade that long on the first day of the month. I only trade stocks first days of the month, by the way. First 3-4 days max. J and J, so Johnson, yes, I'm gonna trade that one. AYC as well. We have a 3Ms, no. No. MRK, no. Microsoft, I'm going to wait. I'm not sure if I will trade it. It looked like for me it's no. Yes. And EE, I'm gonna trade that. Nestle, no. I'm not going to trade Nestle. Nike, I'm not going to trade Nike. Nvidia, very highly probability I will trade that. Yes. PDN, yes, I'm going to trade that. No. PPE, PLD, I will trade that. RCI, no. Rock, yes. Shop, yes. And Team is no. And Tesla, yes. So we got quite a lot of trades to be taken on the next couple of days. So I will be busy doing stocks as I'm waiting for confirmation of breaking the structures of the 28 pairs and the continue on this beautiful forest trading. Alright guys, so see you in the next video. Bye now and have a good day.